Hey everyone, so the video, of course, it didn't work the volume again, so I finally figured out what it is, so tomorrow should be okay. So I'm just gonna hop on a quick video and go through all the questions quickly. And so if you weren't at the call this morning, at least you'll have all the information and you'll know what we were talking about. So the first question that I got was, what do I do if I'm not that hungry for breakfast when I wake up? Do I force myself to eat? And the answer is no, never force yourself to eat. If you are not hungry, then you should not be eating. Whenever you are ready to eat your first meal, then you can start with the fruit or the smoothies or the juice, whatever you're starting with, only when you're hungry. And so that brought the next question was, is fasting good? What about intermittent fasting? So I recommend intermittent fasting is very good. Whenever we are not eating, we are cleansing and we're giving the body a break. So the body is either cleansing or it is either digesting in any moment. And so when we're not digesting, we are cleansing. So when you're not eating, you are cleaning. What cleaning means is repairing, regenerating, healing, anti-aging, all the good stuff. So the best way to intermittent fast, basically intermittent fasting is when you do not eat anything from anywhere from 12 to 16 hours or more. Whenever we are doing that, we are giving the body a break. And so a lot of people will often eat like a huge dinner and eat a bit later, and so that they can fast till like the next day at noon or in the afternoon. But I don't recommend that because you don't want to be going to bed on a full stomach. When we're sleeping, that's when our body is regenerating the most, cleansing the most, healing the most. So if you're going to do intermittent fasting in your everyday life, even during the cleanse, you want to try to actually finish dinner really early. In an ideal world, like 5:30, 6:30, and then you start the 12 to 16 hours. And so when you wake up, you're naturally ready for your meal and you fasted all night. Gets much better results. So how long should you fast? 12 to 16 hours. Well, the longer you fast, the better it is because you're getting more results. But for most people, around the 14-hour mark, they do feel good. Now, with that said, this is a cleanse. You're not really eating that much, so you might not focus on intermittent fasting. You don't even have to worry about this if you don't even know what it is. So you're just waking up and you can start your day. But if you're someone who was fasting or intermittent fasting and you wanted to know about it, basically you would do the same thing. When you're hungry, you would eat, and ideally you are eating dinner early and then you're fasting that way. So when you wake up, you're kind of ready to eat. The next question I got is, can I have beans? So if you just look at the levels, so level 1, you can have beans like in your salad, like chickpeas, or like a little soup with beans in it with your lunch. If you're in level 1, you can have it lunch or dinner. If you're level 2, you're not having it at lunch, so no hummus, no chickpeas, just at dinner. And level 3, you're not having any beans at all. And the reason for that is because beans are extremely hard to digest because they are a protein and a carb mix, so it's harder on the digestive system. And so remember, we're trying to give the body less work digesting, so there's more energy for cleansing, healing, repairing, regenerating. Okay, so if the more advanced you get, beans are not as hard to digest, let's say, as animal or like a pasta, but it's still harder. So if you want to cleanse deeper, it's one of the foods that we recommend removing as we go deeper. Somebody asked about trace minerals. So I have what she had asked in the group was this brand she takes is Trace Minerals. Basically, it's minerals that come from a lake. And you can take this as a supplement. It's like 10 drops to 20 drops once or twice a day. You don't have to do this, but she was already doing it, and she wanted to know, does this consider as a hydrating beverage? And I said yes, but I would still recommend that if she's thirsty to add in the ones that I recommend, like cucumber water or freshly pressed lemon, cucumber in your water, because this is more like a supplement water and it's not exactly living water. And living water is when there's plants that are alive in there, and this is like dead minerals where it comes from like rock, ocean, salt. So it's not a living plant and it's not exactly the same in the body, so that's why I recommend both. This is super good because our soils are depleted of minerals, but it's not the same as living minerals, so that's why I wanted her to add in both. And the next question I got was, Turmeric, somebody has recently gotten a little injury and she had privately messaged me about adding turmeric, and she asked like how to use it. So you can buy turmeric either dry or fresh. If you're buying it fresh, it will be like, looks like a piece of ginger, or like it's like a little root. Or if you're buying it dry, it's like in the spice section of the grocery store, or like what you would use to cook. So if you're using the fresh one, you're going to grate it with like a cheese grater, and you're going to either make a tea out of it where you're pouring boiling water over it, you let it steep for like 10-15 minutes, and then you drink it. Or you're doing a hydrating beverage, which yes, that would be included in our hydrating beverages for the day, where you are grating it, pouring room temperature water, let it sit 15 minutes, and drink that water. And you can keep using that turmeric a few times a day, like same one, and just keep adding water to it. So this is really good if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, if you have an injury that can't heal, you're dealing with like fibromyalgia, any type of inflammatory issue, turmeric is amazing. The fresh one is more powerful than the dry one, but they're both good. The dry one, you would just use like a 1/4 teaspoon and add it in water and drink throughout the day. Also really good if you are giving up the coffee, like I recommend, because it might help a bit with the headaches because it's anti-inflammatory. So super helpful. You can juice turmeric as well, just like I said in the group. It's messy, so it does dirty your juicer. So just be ready if you have like a white kitchen to make sure you try not to stain everything. It comes off eventually, but it is a bit of a hassle. The next question that I got was about coffee. So I had given in the email yesterday on the grocery list, it's called Le Roux, and it's like a coffee replacement. So yes, you can have that as coffee. It's like a chicory root. You can have that, or any of the other coffee replacements that I recommended, which was Chaga, which was the what is it called? I forgot now. The other two brands that I said, the Dandy Blend and the other brand. You can have any of those, they're all totally fine. And I just said, like, cause some people didn't really want to give up coffee, and so we just like went over like why coffee is not helpful. And just remember that when we're cleansing, we don't want to stress out the body more and put in another toxin more. We're trying to get rid of those things. So coffee, basically, it stimulates the adrenal glands and it overworks your adrenal glands. So if you're dealing with any hormonal issues, endocrine issues, reproductive issues, thyroid issues, you know, you're feeling really tired around 3-4 o'clock, adrenal fatigue issues, anxiety, stress, removing coffee for like the 10 days can be extremely helpful because you're giving your whole endocrine system a break. And every time we drink coffee, the body is told like, oh, we're in a stressful situation right now and we're kind of under attack. So the body, the coffee, what it does is literally saying, oh, we're under attack, and the adrenal's like, okay, let me make a lot of adrenaline. And that adrenaline is a drug that's going to help us save our life, but it's very corrosive in the body, very hard. The liver has to filter it, makes our hair fall out, it makes us age more. And I'm saying this as someone who loves coffee. For me, this is the hardest part of the cleanse. I'm not even because like I feel like I need it, it's like I love the ritual of it. So I understand if you are not able to give it up 100%, or you just like cut it in half, but know that if you do, it's so good for you to just take that little break. So I definitely see the difference when I take it out from the cleanse. Like my digestion is better. I do end up having like a different type of energy throughout the day. Like I first know I do have a bit of a headache, I'm more tired, but then once that passes, like you're less bloated, your skin is nicer. So that's it. Those are my thoughts. But like we talked about, like one-on-one for some people, like it wasn't possible for them. So then we said like maybe try to cut it in half. So even just reducing it, if you really can't, even though I recommend that you try, is better than nothing. Okay. And in that case too, when I don't recommend green tea or matcha, but if you're at least replacing those and you're getting rid of some of the coffee, that it could also be helpful. Less obstruction in the body will always lead to more cleansing. So even if you can't do everything, it's okay. Just take out what you can. And we talked about this also in the class, is that I would love it for you to pick something and then just be able to do it for 10 days. once you have that achievement, it's like a power that you have, that you know, I can do this. And if next time around you want to go harder, deeper, maybe take out more cups of coffee, or really take out all the coffee, or go on another level, whatever it is, you're going to feel like it's possible because you actually accomplished and finished the 10 days. So it's more important to find somewhere that is doable for you, but a bit of a stretch. Finish the 10 days, and then you always have the cleanse. You can always come back to it whenever you want. Somebody asked me about salt. So should you use like Himalayan salt, sea salt? I recommend like Celtic salt or sea salt. I like the brand from France. It's like gray sea salt. They sell it at Tao. I don't go out of my way to spend more money on Celtic salt because it's a bit more expensive. But if you want to spend that money, it's good for you. I just get like the gray salt from Tao that they have, or IGA has it from France, and it's full of minerals and it's great. Somebody asked me about dragon fruit, where to find it. So IGA often has it. Lots of Asian grocery stores have it. If you can't find it, don't stress about it. I know like Kim Fat always has it. Yeah, I see it around everywhere. I can take pictures if you guys want, but it's not necessary. It's just, it is really cleansing. It's in the family of aloe vera, very helpful. So somebody had asked about aloe vera, like what are the benefits of having aloe vera? So aloe vera is very rich in minerals, vitamins, helps remove mucus from the body. And when we have a lot of mucus in the body, we're gonna have a lot of allergies. We're gonna have a lot of sugar cravings, salt cravings, which can often cause other issues such as weight gain. We become nutrient deficient, maybe iron deficient, because the mucus is blocking the absorption of our nutrients. So aloe vera helps remove that mucus. It repairs the gut lining, so super helpful for any gut issues, especially like ulcers or like heartburn, acid reflux, any type of gut issue at all, even Crohn's, any type of gut issue. Amazing. And it repairs really well from the inside out. So even like for skin issues or hair or nail issues, it's actually, yes, it's great to put on the outside, but it's really good from the inside out. Okay, and like, so you're buying that large leaf. If you want to buy it fresh, you cut 2-inch piece off, you scrape the jelly, you put it in your blender, you blend it with water, and you can drink that throughout the day as a hydrating beverage. You can even double the batch, do like 4 inches and 4 glasses of water, blend it and make a batch for tomorrow. So you can make it like for every 2 days. And you can also just add the jelly without it in water, just add it to your smoothies and blend it. You won't really taste it in the smoothies, but some people don't love the taste in water. It doesn't bother me, but some people don't like it. The other question I got was, if I get constipated a lot, like really easily, what should I do? So it wasn't exactly that question, but basically if you're someone who easily gets constipated when you start cleansing, I really recommend that you're making sure that you're having a lot of the hydrating beverages, as much as you want. So making sure that you're hydrating a lot, and also try blending spinach. So spinach is really good for supporting the muscles of the bowels to help you feel like you have to go, like that cracking, oh, I gotta go. So spinach is really good for that. And so I gave a recipe for a raw soup, like a raw spinach soup. It's like a savory soup, kind of tastes like, there's tomato in it, there's garlic, so it's like a savory smoothie, I guess. There's a lot of spinach in that one. It's really helpful for the bowels, that one. But adding a lot of spinach to your smoothies, even doing twice a day. If you don't have a blender, then eating a lot of spinach can be really helpful, and drinking a lot of water. Now, because this is a guided cleanse, I am here for you. If you are getting constipated or anything is coming up, one-on-one, I can just tell you what to do when you give me your exact information as well. And the last question that I have that I want to go over was, somebody said like, this person is really new to this lifestyle, like for hydrating beverages throughout the day, like, can I just do lemon water? And yes, you can keep this as simple as you want. Simple is actually sometimes even better. So you can just have lemon water throughout the day, just eat fruits and raw veggies throughout the day, have big salads, and not more complicated than that. Maybe you roast a sweet potato, and like steam some veggies if you want to go further than that, and you don't have to do any blending or any juicing. Those things are amazing and they're bonuses, but maybe you're busy, maybe you don't have time, maybe you're traveling. It doesn't have to be that complicated as well. Okay, So keep your questions coming. If you have any, I am here for you guys for the next 10 days. I'll answer all your questions, and I just like sharing them with everyone because a lot of you might have the same questions, and I want you to learn also. Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. Bye.